I'm a lawyer and I'm going to break down everything you need to know about Ruby Franke because you've probably seen her name all over the internet. So firstly, who is Ruby Franke? Well, Ruby Franke is a blogger, specifically a mummy type blogger who boasted about the perfect family she had with her children all over YouTube. She had over 2 million followers and was giving advice on discipline and healthy relationships and all sorts of stuff relating to being a mother. Now, her content was pretty well liked by a lot of people, even though there was a couple of pieces that kind of set off alarm bells, and stuff that has come out since shows that maybe there was more to her than the story showed. Now, very recently, her child, a 12-year-old, escaped from the home, went to a neighbor and asked for help. The child in question was emaciated, meaning that they had, very little body fat on them. They were hungry. They looked malnourished and unwell. And as soon as that family told the authorities, they checked the home of Miss Franke's and they found another child in a similar condition. And so she has now been charged with numerous counts of child endangerment, which is a felony in the United States. Like 11 months ago, she separated from her husband because they had disputes about parenting style, So there's a lot more to this case. She has not entered a plea of guilty. She hasn't said what she is going to do one way or another. She's entitled to a presumption of innocence. But the finding of 2 children in similar circumstances, plus the fact that her own daughter came out, her eldest daughter, and said, "I'm glad this happened. She's a monster. We've been waiting for somebody to hear our story," is unbelievable. She's been denied bail, so she's in custody until she makes a plea or organizes some sort of defense or something happens. And her channel with 2 million people has been discontinued. All in all, it's just horrific. It's one thing that I've never been able to fathom. It's people who deliberately and consciously hurt their children. It is just something that staggers me deeply. And she's entitled to every presumption of innocence. She's entitled to all of her rights. But if a parent does do this to a child, the force of the law should be there to really take to task someone whose biggest responsibility is meant to be the protection and care of their child. Follow me for more legal TikTok.